It's time for another garden update. You might be able to see we're getting some color on the tomatoes now. We've been picking a few tomatoes. This is our first 3945. That's a heavy tomato. I picked it just a little bit early because we had a rainstorm coming and I didn't want it to split. And this Belgium Giant I also picked just a little bit early because of the rainstorm. As you can see, it's a really good sized tomato. Here's one of the pink passions. Most of them are just a little bit smaller than this. We actually had one that was larger than this, but I would say this is still a little bit on the large side for them. Here's a look at one of the Aunt Ruby's German greens. As you can see, it gets some darker striping as it gets ripe with just a hint of color. It's a real good tasting tomato. I grew these last year and the year before. If you're interested in a taste test video on this one, I'll put one down in the description box, a link. This is one of the Tasmanian chocolates. Love the color of this one. Have a feeling I'm going to like the taste of it too. It's kind of an ugly tomato, but I don't think that's going to hurt the taste any. And there will be taste test videos coming soon, I hope. Here's one of the dwarf jade beauties. They get just a little blush of color when they're ready. The butterflies are pretty active on the zinnias during the hot part of the day. It's still early though, so they aren't active yet. Let's just get out there and take a run through of all the peppers real quick. This is the Zavery Trinidad Perfume, Brazilian Starfish, Ahi Pineapple, Ahi Mango, and Ahi Lemon. This is a mystery pepper that's supposed to be a Carolina Reaper. Chocolate Bootla. It's getting lots of blooms. Sugar Rush Peach. Might be our most productive pepper this year. Yellow bean pepper. Very, very, very late. White Thai. Finally getting some blooms. Habanada. Getting blooms. Big Bang Space Chili Pepper getting blooms. It's back here in the shade. Trinidad Scorpion. They just look hot. Santa Fe Grande. They're very productive. Poblano. Got plenty of peppers on it. The Big Daddy, I broke that off and it's coming back, getting blooms on it. Shishito. It's getting quite a few peppers here and there and plenty of blooms on the top. I did a video on this row of hybrid peppers not long ago, so I won't go into detail on those, but they're still all producing very well. Albino bullnose, we've harvested quite a few of those. Those are the Hungarian sweet peppers. We'll be harvesting some of those soon. Then we have the Oda peppers. I picked a whole bunch of those yesterday and we cooked them up in a stir fry. It was pretty good stuff. There's another yellow bean pepper I have in a container. I topped it and it's going to be very late just like the other one. And there's that mystery hybrid. Its one parent was a black pearl and the other parent is unknown. Here's a look at the Conga Midnight Fire. New Mix Easter ornamental pepper. Medusa ornamental pepper. Purple Flash. Got some outstanding foliage. That store-bought jalapeno starting to get peppers on it. I just harvested a couple. Explosive Ember. The Hot Pops purple is no longer purple. I was out here shooting a butterfly on these Mexican sunflowers and got photobombed by a hummingbird. I'll just show you that real quick. I've been noticing a few butterflies on our Mexican sunflowers, and I thought I'd share this. Never grown them before, but wow, there's a hummingbird. That was an accidental discovery there. I wasn't planning on seeing a hummingbird, but sure enough. This is even better than a butterfly. Here's a look at the sunflowers. My grandson and I measured the tallest one in the middle there, and it was a little over 10 feet tall, and I think we got a couple over there that are going to be taller. The three closest to the fence are Titans, and the three that are in bloom now are the Mongolian giants. We also measured the tallest corn, and it was a little over 10 feet, probably 10 feet 4, something like that, or 5. This is the Little Fingers eggplant. It's got quite a few fruit on it. I had to move it away from the sweet potato vines because it was attracting too much insect pressure. You can see they've eaten big holes in the leaves. Don't know if it was blister beetles or grasshoppers, but anyway, we took care of that. The Rosita eggplants are finally starting to set on. Got a few going now, so they will be very loaded soon, and they're still pumping out the blooms. I need to trim back that basil. It's trying to go to seed. And the Matoyo's got a couple eggplants on it and still putting out blooms. The ping tongue's going to be a very productive eggplant. Harvested one off of this, and it looks like we're going to have more very soon. This one cage with the cucumbers has been very productive, and it's still going to produce a lot more. Here's a look at one day's harvest from the cucumber cage. The Market Morris 76 is my favorite cucumber. It used to be the straight 8, but since I've started growing these, I really like these better. That one cage is really pumping out the cucumbers. And this is a look at one of the ping tongues. I probably let this go a few days longer than I should have. There's lots of color on the topsy-turvy tomato tree. And we still have lots of toads. They're everywhere. Some of the first sunflowers that bloomed are already fading and going to seed. If you look at the seed heads, you can tell where the birds have been picking them out already. So we just kind of let them serve as a very tall bird feeder. And you can see that the banana tree is still growing well. It's well over 8 feet tall now. How's that for some pollinator activity? We used to call these sweat bees whenever I was growing up. Not sure what the proper scientific name for them is, but they nest in the ground. Got kind of a metallic green color. The tall white phlox are doing pretty well this year. Here's a look at one of the pumpkins. Starting to get just a little bit of that pumpkin color on it. Not going to be huge, but it'll be big enough. There's another one back there. I think I saw 4. There's probably some more hiding under all these huge leaves. Corn's still doing well. It won't be all that long before we get in there and see what it looks like. This is the very late ornamental corn. We also have some glass gem corn back there. The glass gem and the hybrid corn were planted at the same time, and then I removed the tassels on the glass gem corn so it wouldn't cross-pollinate the hybrid corn, but the hybrid corn will cross-pollinate the glass gem corn. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Otherwise, like, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.